Hello Flosstube, my name is Angela and this is Flosstube number 20. So if you are a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. It's lovely to have you with us. And if you've been with me for a while, welcome back. As you all know, I love sharing my stitching with you. So it's been a while since I last did a Flosstube, and there's been a couple of reasons. One, because I've been a bit busy with work, and secondly, because, as you know, I really wanted to finish my Paris story keep for my birthday, which I did. My birthday was yesterday and I got the Paris story keep finished on the 2nd of December, so 11 days ahead of schedule, which was lovely to get that finished. But I just thought, because that was the only project I was really stitching on, and I just thought, gosh, if I do a Flosstube, it's going to be really boring with just one project. So I decided to wait until I'd finished it and was ready to share more with you, and boy do I have lots to share with you today. So we have got obviously my finished to share with you. I've got what I've been working on. I've got my new starts, and there is more than one, so I'll share that with you, and a little bit of stitchy haul as well. So let's get started. Well, let's start with the finish. So this is my Story Keep Life is an Open Book Paris by Amy Stewart, and here it is, all done. Now it does need to be washed and ironed, but gosh, I can't even fit it in. Oh yes I can, just in the screen there. So it does need to be washed and ironed. I'm not quite sure whether to do that now, because as you know, I want to do the New York version and the London version to go with it, so I can frame all three at once. But how gorgeous does that look? Let me bring it closer. How gorgeous does that look? And I have to say, I'm so proud of myself, because this is my first Heaven and Earth start and my first finish. I started this because in the summer I found Teresa Little Stitcher, her Heaven and Earth series of how to do one, and this was the design she used. So literally in her first video she showed the picture and I was like, I am in love. So I literally paused the video, ordered the chart, ordered everything I needed for it, and yeah, just carried on watching her series just so I knew how to stitch a Heaven and Earth design. So just over 5 months this has taken me. How amazing does it look? I'm so pleased. But yeah, obviously it will look better once it's washed and ironed, but I'm not sure whether to do that now or not really. So anyway, so that was my finish. Yeah, so that was really what I was working on sort of for that last couple of weeks before I finished it. I'll be honest, it was hard going. It was really hard going just working on one project. I am not a one project person. I really am not. But then at the same time, I was determined to get it done. So what it's helped me to see is I don't want to set myself a time goal to get a Heaven and Earth design done. That really just doesn't work for me. I love setting my goals as in percentages of where I want to go for each month, what percentage I want to get up to, but to actually set a goal to finish it, that's my one and only time for sure on that. So let's have a look at what I have been working on. So the first one is Mini Virus Detected by Randall Spangler, and this is stitched on 18 count 2/1. And with this one, you'll notice now on my Q-snaps I've got some grime guards. They are also very new. They are part of my stitchy haul. So what I will do is I will share the link. I got them all from Etsy, so I'll share the Etsy link of the 2 different Etsy shops that I got them from, so I'll share that in the description box below. But this is where I am at with this one. Oh, let me put something behind it because you can see the... Does that work? Yeah, it's better. So I am desperate to get this page finished. So not much more to do on it, on that page. I am filling the gaps, but I don't want to move on to anything else until I finish that page. That's my goal, really, to finish that page. So this month so far, I have done 5 hours and 812 stitches. So as I say, 20 count, 2 over 1. My goal is to get it to 12% before the end of the month. I'm at 10.34%, which means I've got another 1,417 stitches left to achieve my goal. And one thing I'm really loving now, because I'm not focusing on one project, I am literally, I'm doing all sorts of projects, and I am back doing my enchanted stitching challenges. Again, missed those, love doing that. So that means I can get a variety of projects going on in 1 week. And I've got this one planned for a few more challenges, so this will get done a little bit more. So that's that one. I've also been working on my Ornament Healing Rose by Carol Cavaleris. That's what that one's going to look like. And one of the challenges in Enchanted Stitches was to stitch with red. So I stitched with DMC 666. I don't think you can get any sort of redder than that, really. So let me show you it first. So this was the area of red that I stitched, and this one is stitched on 18 count 2 over 1. And this month, let me have a look, I have done 2 hours and 328 stitches. So all of this bit here, I think I'd already done that bit, but all of this bit is 328 stitches. So it does look a bit random. I think because I've used this project quite a bit for any challenges that have come up that have asked for certain colours to be stitched. So I've used this project a lot because it's got so many vibrant colours. So I haven't really got any sort of major sections finished, but that may change. I may start to do sort of work down with it, really. We'll see, we will see, but I know I've got more colours to stitch on this for some more challenges, so yeah, I will see with that one, but I really like this one. So that's that one. Oh, just one other thing with that one, that Needleminder here, I don't know if you can see that, absolutely gorgeous Needleminder is from Chapel View Crafts, and again, I love her Needleminders. I will share the link below to her website as well, because I've got a couple of Needleminders of hers on my projects. So then I worked on Faces of Fairy 178 by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. So cute. I love all the pink in that one. And that one is stitched on 20 count 2 over 1. And this is where I'm at. Put something behind it. That's where I'm at with that one. This over here is the edge of it, so I feel like I'm doing quite well on that one. So this is, I've done 8 hours on that one, and I've done 1,014 stitches. So over the last couple of weeks as well, whilst I've been stitching, I've been watching lots of Stitch With Me videos, and one of the ones that I've picked up on is by Needle Ninja. I think it's Needle Ninja. Again, I will tag her in the description box below. And her method of stitching a Heaven and Earth design is to literally do a row of 20 stitches and do every single stitch along that row. And whatever colour used is then parked within a 2 square box, within 2 square radius, if you like. And what I really liked about that was that actually every stitch in that area is done at that time, because one thing I found with my Paris Story Keep, because as you know I was doing the last sort of half, if you like, colour by colour, it got so, it was actually quite difficult towards the end, I found personally, and some real heavy confetti areas, and I almost was wishing like I'd done it as I was going down, if that makes any sense. So I've decided to do a little bit of what the Needleminders, how she stitches, but in my own sort of way, by doing diagonal. So this is why I've now got some parked threads. So I've done obviously that diagonal. I think I've done the second diagonal, and now I'm on the third diagonal, and then I'll catch myself up with it. But what a difference it makes. Is my stitching slower? Yes. Do I mind? No. Because all of the stitches are done literally all at once. I haven't got to go back, I haven't got to go and do high confetti areas. The design is coming together, and by doing it diagonally, what I'm finding is I'm doing different parts of the design in one diagonal, and the picture is, it's just nice just to stitch on different things. Again, certainly with my Paris Story Keep, again there were lots of high confetti areas. It would have been nice to have stitched on other things rather than those high confetti areas. I know I could have moved places, but I just, yeah, wanted to work my way down initially. But I'm really enjoying this. So I do have a few park threads. I did start my Heaven and Earth journey, obviously having only found them in the summer, by doing parking, using the parking method. But what I realised was I was parking all over the place. I was parking to the side, I was parking below, I was parking above. Threads were everywhere, and I just couldn't keep up with it. This to me feels much more manageable. There's about, I don't know, 20 threads there. Maybe not even that. Much more manageable. I think when I first stitched in all of the park threads that I had with my Paris Story Keep, I think there was nearly 80. And it took forever to stitch all of those in, but to have this amount is actually really quite manageable. And I think it's each to their own, really, isn't it? However you want to stitch a Heaven and Earth design is the right way. There's no right or wrong with it. Some people hate parking, some people love parking, but right now I'm really enjoying how I'm stitching this in a diagonal, doing a diagonal of 20 and just taking one stitch at a time, and whatever colour that is, just using that colour. The other thing I learnt from Needle Ninja as well is how to start and finish on the front of your design without turning your projects over. So that's been really, really helpful as well. So that was really all that I was working on. As you know though, I was desperate to have a new start on my birthday yesterday. The New York version of the Story Keep Paris one that I just done, and I'm very pleased to say that I did start it. So this is Story Keep Life is an Open Book New York by Amy Stewart. That's what it's going to look like. And I've started it on 18 count 2/1, and again I've got one of my new Grime guards on there from Etsy, and also another Needleminder from Chapel View Crafts. But this is me doing it in the diagonal, and I loved it. Yesterday I was in heaven. I just sat and literally stitched all day. Well, I did it in chunks actually. I lie, I did it in chunks. So a bit in the morning, a bit in the afternoon, and then some in the evening. So I actually did 7 hours of stitching, and I completed 410 stitches. And as I say, yes, I do know my stitching's slower doing it this way in the diagonal, but already this piece has got huge amounts of confetti, this first top corner, and I could have done more by moving away, but I've had to have gone back to it anyway. So this is how much I've done so far, and you'll also see my little threads, these little threads here, of how I'm finishing as well on the front. So I go down about a square, and pull it up diagonal for 2, and then underneath pull it back up 2 squares across, and then cut it short. And then when I get close to that, I will pull the thread up and just cut it very close to the fabric, because it's already been sewn in on the back through the square that is behind the thread, if that makes sense. But really loving this one already. Love all the colours. Can't wait to do more of that. I think I'm gonna keep that out to do more of later, but already I think it's looking quite good. I love a new start, and love a new Heaven and Earth start. So as I say, this is stitched on 18 count 2/1, because I wanted to keep all of the story keeps in the same count fabric, which is 18 count. This one though is the Easy Guide Ada. Before on the Paris one I gridded that one myself, but I do not want to grid anymore. If it's Easy Guide, I'll take Easy Guide. And like I say, this is the cute Needleminder from Chapel View Crafts. I love it. It's just a plate of biscuits, stops me eating the biscuits because I've got them there and I can just carry on sewing. So that's that one. And then last week I had another new start, because I saw this on Dizzy Stitcher Darren, his Flosstube, and I just fell in love with the robin design that he is stitching, and I purchased the chart on the Heaven and Earth sale, or during the Heaven and Earth sale I should say, and I just thought I have got to stitch this design. Robins have a very, very special meaning for me, especially at this time of year. So I started this last week, and this is Quick Stitch Spirit of Winter Robin by, is it Cairo Marchetti? I actually don't know how to say the name. Apologies if I'm butchering it, but that is what the design looks like. So Darren is currently stitching the robin. He's done a bit of the black at the top. It almost looks like the robin's got a top hat on his. So obviously I'm doing mine in my diagonal stitching, starting from the left side. And I'm stitching this 20 count 2/1. And it's just coming out so lovely. Actually, let me use that sheet to put behind it. And that's where I'm up to so far. So I have done 4 hours and 282 stitches, and this bit here, again, lots and lots of confetti. There weren't really any blocks where it was just, I could do like a run of colour, one colour. It was an awful lot of confetti, and I've got my part threads again. So I'm going to carry on with that method because I'm really enjoying it. And also one of the, I think it was this one, the Etsy shop where I got this Grime guard from, also sent me a free Needleminder. Very, very strong magnet on that one. And I just think, how cute, how gorgeous is that Needleminder? And I just think, yeah, it's got a sparkly little bow, very Christmassy. So yeah, another Heaven and Earth design. I think I'm up to about 8 now. I think I've lost count. I'm not really worried. It's, for me, it's all about the picture and the stitching, and I love it all. And there will be more new starts this month as well. I will come to those though as I get to them. I will tell you more about them, but yeah, more new Heaven and Earth starts, and another new start that I've got planned. One that will take me the whole year to stitch. So I will share that in a future Flosstube. What else can I tell you? Oh, I did purchase another Heaven and Earth design. I will share the picture here. So I bought 2 designs. This is the lovely butterfly. I love the butterflies on the back like this. Really gorgeous design and completely different to anything that I've stitched. I think I'm going to wait a little while until I've finished, and whatever one I finish next, this one will be my next one to start once I've finished one. But yeah, really just like something different. So I bought that one and the Winter Robin one that I've just shown you in the Heaven and Earth sale. And then obviously my grime guards were part of my stitchy haul this month as well. So I think that's everything, but what I will say is look out for my videos over the next couple of weeks because I've got a few planned. I will be sharing, hopefully on Friday, if I can get it uploaded okay, my review of my diary that I use to keep track of all of my stitching. So that will hopefully come out on Friday. And then before the end of the month, I'll also be doing a whip parade, end of year whip parade. I'm just gathering all of the projects together that I want to share with you so that I can show you my progress, show you where I'm at, and I'll also be sharing my plans for 2021. So that's it for now. Hope you are finding some time to stitch. I know December can be a busy month, and I really do hope that you are all keeping safe and well. And until next time, guys, happy stitching. Bye for now.